can either do the bean game moving around if I've got space, or I can do it on the spot. There are loads and loads of different beans that we're going to do. So the first bean is going to be our string bean. So our string bean, you need to stand in a straight shape with our arms by our ears. The next one is our baked bean, where we sit in a tuck shape and we make ourselves as small as we can. Next one is our jelly bean, and you need to do the biggest wobble. Next one is our runner bean, and we've got to run as fast as we can on the spot. French bean, you need to put one leg out and hand on the hip. Ooh la la! Then we've got our jumping bean, so we have our hands on our hips. Then we have our broad bean, and you've got to try and make the biggest shape that you can. And finally, our beans on toast. Lie down in a star shape. So how we're going to play this is you're going to be jumping or running around on the spot, and on the screen a different kind of bean is going to come up. As soon as you see that bean, you need to do the action that goes along with it. Have fun. Ready? Let's play.
Hi guys, so today we're going to stretch out our wrists and ankles. Starting with our fingers facing forward, keeping our arms straight. We're going to lean over our fingers as much as we can and back again for 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll go trying to keep our hips still. 8, 9, 10. This time, turn our fingers outwards to the side. We're now going to lock our shoulders over our fingers left to right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try and see how much you can lean over your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time I'm going to turn my fingers in. Same as before, walk my shoulders over my fingers for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Turn my fingers so they're facing my knees. Rocking backwards and forwards. Trying to keep your hands flat on the floor. We don't want to see our hands rising. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time I'm going to join my fingers together and create a wave. I'm now going to challenge myself by doing the wave the other direction. Now sitting in a pike shape, I'm going to show you good toes, bad toes. Good toes, bad toes, good toes, bad toes. And then I'm crossing my legs over 10 times. I'm going to do a big circle with my foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And swap sides. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the stretching session.
Hi everyone! Okay, so today I'm going to be practicing my arch shape. Now arch shape is a bit of a tricky one, but I think I can do it. Okay, so for this one, you need to have a really strong back. Okay, because that's the part that lifts everything off the floor in this shape. Okay, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down on my belly in a straight shape. Okay, so before I do that, I need to make sure that my ankles are squeezing together, my legs are squeezed together, and they're nice and straight. And when I'm laying down, my arms are super straight, and my head is down. Okay, so it would be down like that. Okay, now I know I can do that, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lift my arms and my legs off the floor to make my arch shape. Okay, now when I lift, I need to make sure that my arms are squeezing my ears. Okay, keeping them nice and straight. Okay, so I'm going to lift, squeezing my ears super tight, legs nice and straight, and arms nice and straight as well. And then I'm going to relax. Okay, so I know I can do that one, so I'm going to make it a little bit trickier. So for this one, I'm going to use a remote. Okay, so the remote is used to keep my arms straight. Okay, so I'm going to use it to keep my arms nice and straight, and I'm going to make sure my ears are still being squeezed by my shoulders. Okay, now I must not forget though as well that my legs stay straight. Okay, so I don't want to be looking like this. Okay, the legs nice and straight. So I've got my remote this time, so I'm going to lay in front, I'm going to put my head down, and I'm going to lift, keeping hold of my remote, and then I'm going to come down. Okay, and then for the next one, I'm going to try some arch rocks. Okay, so it's still going to be my arch shape, but for this one, I'm going to see if I can rock backwards and forwards, a bit like a seesaw. Okay, but my challenge is to make sure that my shape doesn't change. So I've still got to have my ankles together, still got to have my legs straight, and I've still got to have my arms straight as well. Okay, now I'm going to use the remote again to help me. Okay, you ready? So I'm going to lift, and then I'm going to rock forwards and backwards. Just like that, keeping my nice shape, and then I relax.
Hi everyone, today we're going to be practicing our table walk. So to start off with, you just sat down, put your hands and feet on the floor, and you're going to lift your hips as high as you can, just like that. Once you can hold this, you can try walking forwards and backwards. And once that's easy, you can put an object on your belly, like this pillow, and see if you can walk along without letting it fall. Excellent. Have a go, see if you can do it.
rolling activities to do, and they all need a partner. So you can go and grab a grown-up or a brother and sister. First one we're going to do is rolling a ball straight to our partner. We're going to sit in a tuck shape, like me. Hold the ball on top of your legs and push it down to your partner. Let's see, can you do 10 rolls? The next rolling we're going to do is in a straddle shape. Can you stretch your legs out? And arms too. We're going to hold the ball in front of us and push it to our partner. For our last rolling, you need to stand up on your feet. We're going to turn around, put our legs to the side as wide as they can be, and you're going to roll the ball through your legs to your partner. Have fun!
Hi everyone, Ollie and Liv here. We're going to show you loads of different ways you can throw a ball between you with a partner in a big open space. Now we're very lucky to have a garden, so we're going to do it here, but we could also use our living room or our hallway as long as it's safe and there's nothing we could break and we've got a big wide open space around us. We're going to be using a basketball, but we could have a tennis ball or a balloon, whatever we're comfortable with, okay? So first of all, we're going to do some chest passes. Now every time we pass the ball, we're going to be aiming for our partner's hands. Stand nice and wide so that we're ready to accept the pass. We could also do some bounce passes, and we're aiming for halfway in between where we're stood. Now this ball's not very bouncy, so we're going to have to really pound it into the ground. We could also do some underarm scoop passes by bending our legs. We could also do some overarm kind of netball passes where we catch the ball above our head. Now to make it a bit more advanced, what we could do is we could only use one hand. So first of all, we're going to use our dominant hand and we're just going to try and throw and catch with only one hand. So we need quite wide legs for this because we're going to have to move around so that our hand is in the right position to catch the ball. There we go. So let's swap to our weaker hand. So that's left hand for both of us. Oh! Okay, there we go. Right, one more thing to do, even more advanced. We're going to stand closer together and we're going to do little tip passes off our fingertips like this. So again, this is one-handed. So we're going to start with our strong hand again and we're going to bend our knees and we're going to do little reaction tip passes, and we just have to try and react as quickly as we can and get the ball back to our teammate. Okay, let's try weaker hand. Using your fingertips if you can. Okay, there you go. Loads of different ways that we can throw a ball between us and keep our reactions up. There you go.
Now your next one, I'm going to try and do my bunny hop with an object in between my feet. So the object I've chosen is a trainer. So I'm going to put it in between my feet, make sure my arms are straight and try and squeeze my ankles together so that my shoe doesn't drop.
Hey guys! So today when we practice our gymnastics with objects, I am going to be using a ribbon. This is actually my dressing gown wrap. So anything you can use from your house that's long and thin, something that looks like a ribbon. That's what we're going to use. So I'm going to be practicing using my ribbon whilst I'm doing an arabesque. So first I'm going to put this down and I'm just going to practice my arabesque. So I'm going to face the side. Okay, I'm going to put my arms out to the side, make sure I can balance, and then slowly I'm going to lift one leg and balance here, and then come down. And just to add in with the ribbon, all we have to do is I'm just going to wrap it a little bit around my hand so that I don't drop it. And then I'm going to, same again, so I'm going to put my hands out to the side, then I'm going to balance on one leg in arabesque. And I'm actually going to hold the ribbon in front of me and see if I can make some wiggles with it. So that's the first one. Okay, I'll do that facing the front so that you can see. Okay, so we're going to wrap it around our hand. And I'm going to stand arms out to the side, leg out to the back, holding arabesque. And then here I'm going to put it in front of me and I'm just going to try and wiggle. Try not to fall over. Very good. Okay, one more thing we can try. So instead of wiggling, we can maybe try and do some circles. Okay, now as you'll see, mine's quite long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around a few more times, make it a bit shorter so that I can just do circles like this. Okay, so I'll do it facing the side first so you can see. Arms up to the side, leg behind, into arabesque. And I'm going to put it in front of me and see if I can draw a circle. Good. Try that facing the front so you can see as well. So feet together, hands out to the side, balance with your leg behind in arabesque, to the front, circles. Very good. Okay, so there are the two different types you can practice. So arabesque with a wiggle and arabesque with a circle. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try putting the ribbon in your other hand, or you can try doing your arabesque on your other leg. So you can balance on the other leg and use the other hand. So there's different combinations you can do there to try and challenge yourself.
Hi guys, so in my part of the segment I'm going to talk about cartwheels, in particularly trying to do it on a beam. Now we don't have a real beam here, so we've got a bit of a makeshift beam. For me, I've rolled up a long blanket. You can do that stuff at home, or you can use stuff like a rope, a skipping rope, or anything that's in your house that is safe to use. I'm going to break it down to 3 steps. Before I start though, my advice to doing a cartwheel on the beam is to always focus on when you want your feet to land, and don't take your eyes off the spot where you want to land. So for now, I'm going to try and do a cartwheel. My hands will go on the beam, but my goal is to land with my feet as close as I can to the beam. Like so. Ready? So as you might have seen, I keep my eyes on where I want to land. I'm not going to try that again. However, I'm going to start with one foot on the beam, hands will go on the beam, my feet will try and land as close to the beam as I can. Again, never taking my eyes off where I want to land. Now for the last one, I'm going to try and do a cartwheel. I'm going to start on the beam and my goal is try and finish on the beam. Again, looking at where I want my feet to land at all times. With a bit of a wobble, that's how you do a cartwheel on the beam. Enjoy next part.
Hi guys, so my object is going to be a ribbon like Jess had. So I'm going to use the ties from my dressing gown, but I think I'm just going to use this one because it's a little bit more shiny, a little bit more like a ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around my hand because I'm going to do a full turn jump. So when I do my jump, I'm going to throw my arms up by my ears and the ribbon should turn with me. So that's one way I could do it. Now I'm going to try just pulling my arms in like this when I jump. And the last one I'm going to try is I'm going to actually hold the ribbon in 2 places. And this time I'm still going to throw my arms up into the air. So I should have kind of like 2 ribbons going. And there we go. So that's gymnastics with objects that you can find in your house, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Remember guys, there's going to be plenty more content coming your way, so tell all your friends to get involved and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks for watching LGCTV. We'll see you again next week for another instalment.